Relaxation is a myth at the end of your journey, who you want to be. You only get one fucking life, bro. I realized like an hour deep into recording, my audio wasn't even on. Bro, momentum is like everything. The worst thing you can do is ease off the gas. You continuously tell yourself you're gonna do something and you don't do it, now you're fucking with your own reliability. Now you're losing bread. You're fucking with your own future at that point. These are the same people that are gonna drag you off your fucking path. I'm sorry. A lot of these are your own friends. Just setting up the camera, I'm like, damn, how's this gonna go? I'm probably gonna be rusty. Thankfully, I'm not. I'm flowing right now. What to do, YouTube? It's your boy Tay X Millie. I am bringing you another video at the park, right? In this video, I wanted to talk about momentum. Oftentimes, people are obsessed with this idea of discipline, and they have a reason to be so obsessed. Because in reality, it is the foundation, it is the crux of what makes the self-improvement shit work. But something that people get wrong is the perception that eventually, they can ease off on the discipline, that things get easier. And in my time of pursuing this YouTube shit and just posting on Instagram, TikTok, all these platforms, trying to get, you know what I mean, my word out there, get my brand out there, I've come to realize that this shit don't get easier. This shit don't get easier, bro. Relaxation is a myth. And the real gem here that I'm trying to explain is momentum, right? It's the ability to keep going, rolling through whatever it is that's in front of you in terms of the obstacles and the daily grind that you take on. Momentum is your best friend because momentum keeps those triggers in place. It keeps the ball rolling. Momentum makes things even easier at times, but it's almost just mentally easier. It's perceived as such, right? For a minute, I think my last video that I posted, my last apartment video was eight days ago, almost a week, right? And in that time, I wasn't really recording. Not to say I haven't. I tried recording a video and I realized an hour deep into recording, my audio wasn't even on, right? Matter of fact, let me fucking check if this audio is on. Hour deep, no audio. Shit fucking blew me. And I remember that really hurt my momentum that day because rather than re-recording the video I know I should have, I didn't. I chalked it up to the sun too. The lighting wasn't no good anymore because I'd be recording for a while. At the time that I would have wanted to re-record, the sun was gone. It was shot. The video was just dark as fuck. But deep down, I really did want to record that video and I didn't get the chance to. And in that time, it's the momentum died down and now I'm getting back to recording, which is beautiful. It's a blessing. It feels good to be back in front of the camera, but it just goes to show that, bro, momentum is everything. The flow is everything. Had I gotten that video up, it just would have been another tally on the board. I would have been right into the next video. I would have been back in my books. I would have been providing more value to you guys. Of course, I'm here now, better late than never. But like I said, momentum is everything, you know? You gotta double down on momentum, especially once you catch that wave of positive reinforcement, when you know you're on the right path and you're seeing your skills are sharpening, or you're seeing your physique coming in, you're seeing yourself develop into the identity that you're going after, the worst thing you can do is ease off the gas, right? That's how a lot of people fuck up. They get complacent. They think shit is sweet. They think, oh, I got some results, so now let me kick back. The problem with that is that now you're allowing rust to build on your gears, slowing down your machine, whether that's mentally, physically. Compare it to when you take days off from the gym. You'll have a 5-day streak, bang, back to back. You take your 2 rest days off, all right, cool. You gotta get your rest in. But God forbid those 2 rest days turn into 4, or 4 turn into a week. You're a week off the gym, you come back, you're not hitting your reps like you used to. Even mindset-wise, it's harder to tap back into the gym, tap back into that hunger, tap back into the mindset once you take them days off, right? The shit's no good. There's been many phases in my past where I've gone to the gym maybe 3 months solid, and then next thing you know, I took a month off. I fucked up. I may have gotten too complacent, which is unfortunate because, yeah, for me, it may have lasted a month before I hopped back on the train. But for some people, they fall off completely. They fuck around and gain weight. They fuck around and end up fat again after taking a hiatus from the gym. So now you compare that to your purpose and you compare that to like the goals, maybe financially, maybe business-wise that you have for yourself, and then you decide, okay, I gotten some results, I made some sales, or maybe I've gained a decent following, and then you just kick your feet up, thinking that that shit's sweet. And next thing you know, now you're behind the curve. Now you're outside of the algorithm. Your videos ain't tracking once you start posting again. You're behind on sales. Now you're losing bread. You're fucking with your own future at that point. And this is the case for a lot of people. You hear stories of so many people who had the retreat mindset, you know? The 4 levels of action in the times 10 rules they speak about is level 1, no action. Level 2, what we're speaking on right now, is retreating. Level 3 is normal levels of action, and level 4 is massive action. But speaking on level 2, retreating, those are the people who may have dipped a toe. They may have stepped inside the kitchen, but when shit got too hot, they stepped out. They went back on their word. They betrayed themselves, essentially, you know? And it's unfortunate because now you start having these mental barriers. When you continuously tell yourself you're gonna do something and you don't do it, now you're fucking with your own reliability. And now you're making it hard for you to trust yourself when time comes to actually put in the work and put in the effort. I done told myself many times that, yo, I'm gonna upload a video today. I'm gonna upload a video today. And I never get around to fucking uploading the video, which is shame on me, of course. Here I am now, thankfully, but man, I remember just setting up the camera. I'm like, damn, how's this gonna go? I'm probably gonna be rusty. Thankfully, I'm not. I'm flowing right now. If I hop off and lose it, I can always get back on. That's just me knowing me, but for a lot of people, they don't build that mental self-belief, you know? But I've been at it, you know, at this point for months. Thanks to my coaching, thanks to the systems in place. Like, of course, I have like a decent level of understanding of what I'm capable of. So of course, this isn't nothing foreign to me, but it is something that I want to perfect, and it is something that I need to master, especially going where I'm going, because I know who I want to be at the end of this. I guess that's really like the biggest thing when it comes to the momentum thing, is always reframing in your mind where you're trying to go with what you're doing. Reframing in your mind like your identity at the end of your journey, who you want to be. I know if I'm moving on the right track or not, you know? Simple as that. I know who my hero is in a sense, and I've made a video on that in the past, on your hero versus your villain. Of course, your villain being everything you're running away from, but your hero being everything you're running toward. I know who my hero is, and I know that it's gonna take a massive amount of discipline, but not only that, momentum to achieve. I'm not saying that you gotta grind forever. I'm not saying that you have to be a fucking a workaholic forever, but for the time being, for right now, you gotta commit. It's because I remember what I was at my lowest, and I can't have that. Remind yourself like what you're running away from. Remind yourself of your villain. Every single time you feel like you want to slack, or you feel like you want to let that momentum die down, you want to ease up on the fucking gas, remind yourself who the fuck you are, right? And notice I said who you are, right? Our hero, of course, that's the foreseeable future, but we got to embrace and walk in those very steps right now. We can't treat it like it's some far-fetched, far-off entity, like we're not already living in ourselves and living in our highest selves right now. But a lot of us aren't. The fact of the matter is, a lot of us aren't living to our higher selves. A lot of us are fucking drifting. A lot of us are surrounded by drifters. Drifters being individuals who don't think for themselves, who let all this outside shit affect their mental, who are weak and who want to dip and dive into vices and just not worry about their problems or put in no work. These are the same people that are gonna drag you off your fucking path. I'm sorry. A lot of these are your own friends. A lot of these are your own family. The same people that are saying, yo, come with me to the club. Come work this bottle with me. You know what I mean? I need a drinking buddy. I need a smoking buddy. Hey, I copped the 8th. You want to join in? You fuck around and you smoke that 8th with them. You fuck around and you drink that bottle with them. It sets you back for days. Now you're not even working on your craft. You're not even thinking about it for the most part because you're feeling so high off these vices that it's the last thing that's on your mind. You're drifting. That's the thing with drifters, to get other people to drift with them. And if you fuck around and drift long enough, you will then become the drifter. You're gonna be the one that's gonna be pulling people off their path. Sometimes you don't even know that you are drifting. And you don't even know that you're only polluting your own mental and your own momentum, unfortunately. I know these friends don't do it intentionally. They don't intentionally think, hey, I'm dragging this guy, I'm anchoring this guy down. But at the end of the day, you gotta do your own due diligence and knowing that you're not walking in accordance with your higher self or in accordance with your hero. So I basically wanted to make this video just for you guys to reframe that in your head, refocus what you want out of your best selves. I want to get out of this life because you only get one. You only get one fucking life, bro. This shit's fucking crazy. You don't respawn. This ain't no game. So stop treating it like one, all right? And get a grip. All right, thanks for watching the video, you guys. Let's lock in.